Pioneer fans, Pioneer varsity field hockey is live and on the air as we had a little bit of a scramble drill. Couldn't get into the press box, so we're running a little behind here, but we are excited to be here, and we now have a press box open, things counting down across the way. So we're going to play a few messages from the MHSAA as I get things going. But first of all, let's play a little push on.
There are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are just waiting for a trainer to come, and so we're a little delayed here, but we are playing the team that Pioneer Varsity field hockey is playing is Nichols School. They're from the Buffalo area. They have been doing a swing of 3 different schools on this weekend as they played University of Liggett and won there. They played I believe it was, Catholic Central and won there. And so this is going to be a good measuring stick game for Pioneer. Pioneer did have a very successful time, either 5-1 or 5-2 out in Shaker Heights. So they're coming off of a swing to Cleveland and back. So we're looking for a wonderful day of field hockey. 60 degrees out, but nary a cloud in the sky. Blue skies out there as it is a perfect day for a little field hockey. Still have time to come on down. We'd love to see you down here. We have a bunch of fantastic folks already clad in purple, and of course, Nichols School brought a few folks. Nichols is in their green jerseys, green tops, green bottoms, numbers in white on the back. And then Pioneer, of course, is in their home white tops with the purple numbers and the purple skirts and white socks. So everyone gathered over on the sideline. Again, we're just going to make sure that we need to have a trainer before the game can commence. But otherwise, we are looking to get going. So we'll maintain the holding pattern for just a little bit, and we'll get going as soon as we can.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
we are currently in a holding pattern. Everyone's ready to go. Looks like we're having stick checks going. So that's happening across the way. John's hopping on the public address announcer, so we'll turn it over to him.
And its field hockey program are pleased to welcome the players, coaches, parents, students, alumni, fans of the Nichols Vikings to today's match against your Annenberg Pioneers. Let's meet the participants. First, for Nichols, number 3, Paige Palant. Number 5, Molly DiGiulio. Number 6, Danny Denhoff. Number 9, Emily Rosigliano. Number 12, Kay Jung. Number 13, Mia Kessler. Number 14, Ella Murphy. Number 15, Kylie Nolan. Number 16, Bailey McKellar. Number 17, Bryn Basak. Number 18, Hayden Prince. Number 19, Annabelle Burke. Number 22, Lily Kushner. Number 24, Ellie Meehan. Number 25, Alexis Hudson. And number 33, Elsa Newman. The coaches of Nichols, Beth Stone and Julie Murphy. Oh yeah, now your Pioneers, here they are. Number 2, Zoe Stuckman. Number 4, Lena Hammerman. Number 5, it's Grace Grabowski. Number 6, Ann McGowan. Number 7, Maggie Lamb. Number 8, Sophia Jimenez. Number 9, Maya Hammerman. Number 10 is Lily Soldan. Number 11, Megan Cole. Number 13, Gabby Hogan. Number 14, it's Nina Bonenberger. Number 15, Izzy Sutton. Number 16, Maren Brady. Number 17, Lillian Schultz. Number 18, Olivia Rollins. Number 19, June Galban. Number 20, Peyton Peters. Number 21, Mackenzie Steitman. Number 24, Clara Jones. Number 25, Rose Bergman. Number 26, Alexis Heiss. Number 28, Lucy Peekert. Number 33, Isel Park. And number 44, Bridget Schaefer. The coaches of Pioneer, Jay Nixon, assisted by Kay Valle, Kate Henry, and Trish Montmer. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you rise to move caps for the singing of the national anthem by Dan Bonenberger.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of
Great job on the national anthem by Dan Bonenberger. As we are about to get ready to go, again, the Nichols School has won 2 games here on this Michigan swing, trying to make it 3. Pioneer looking to get a big win versus a very high-quality opponent. So it will be, again, a good measuring stick for Pioneer coming into the season, as all of their games versus local Michigan opponents they have won thus far. 3-0. They did win at Shaker Heights 3-0, 3-0. Pioneer coming out as they huddle up. Park is controlling the, she is the keeper today. Jimenez back there with her. Rollins on the near side. On the far side, Piekert. In the midfield area, Solden right in the center. To the left is Hoden. To the right is, I believe that's Jones. In the midfield, McGowan, Brady, Sutton, and Grabowski. Ready for the center hit. And Pioneer in the white tops with purple numbers. Green tops, green shorts is Nichols. All the way back over on the far side, bringing that ahead as we had the cart back over there trying to get the Gatorade. That's out on the far side. Nichols will have that as Palat had it. Pioneer getting things back going. That swept all the way back. Jimenez has it. Jimenez in the middle of the field gets it over to Rollins. Rollins on the near wing. Rollins trying to get past now, picking that back up. Coming the other direction is DiGiulio. Pulled away from the shooter's circle. Pioneer sweeps it over to the near side, trying to get it to McGowan. That is going to be a corner for Nichols. 14:05 left to go here in the first. It looks like it's going to be Palat taking the corner. And she'll go to the far side of the goal for the insert. Palat waiting for the whistle. Now sends it to the top of the circle. There's a shot. Knocked down. That's going to be Pioneer's ball. Shot by DiGiulio. Pioneer starts off with a 16-yard hit over to Rollins. Rollins bringing up the near wing. Rollins trying to get over to McGowan. McGowan trying to get away from pressure by Nichols. McGowan whistle, and McGowan will restart. They'll have her come back. Now she'll send it over to Rollins. Rollins will restart just on her own defensive side. Rollins sweeps it over to McGowan. Battle for it on the near sideline. Trying to bring it ahead is Hoden. Hoden trying to move it over to Solden. Solden trying to get through traffic. Solden battling. That's poked away. He's back over there. Basic has it. Basic lifts it down. That's grabbed, fed over by Hoden. Now Solden trying to get past traffic. Solden just outside the shooter circle, makes it into shooter circle shot there. Knocked away by Nichols. Comes all the way out over on the near side. McGowan puts it ahead. Here comes Grabowski. Grabowski into the shooter circle on the near side. Grabowski trying to use her back to protect that ball. Puts it out in front, and that goes all the way over to the far side. Sutton trying to track it down. Palat moves it ahead, and here comes Nichols. Battle for it on the far sideline. That is going to go all the way back. Pioneer controls as that's Piekert who gets it back over to Jimenez. Jimenez brings it up the pitch on that far wing. Jimenez trying to get around traffic as she was trying to get around McKellar. Now back the other direction. Here comes Nichols is coming ahead with it as that is Kushner with it. Sweep on that far wing. Jones trying to pull it away. There is a whistle. That is going to be Pioneer with the restart. So Piekert has it there. Piekert ahead on that far sideline. Sutton trying to move it. Here comes Jones. Jones trying to get away. There's a whistle. Another restart by Pioneer. As it is 11:22 left to go here in the first. That ball over onto the near wing. Trying to pop it ahead. Broad as that was sent down by DiGiulio. All the way out the end line. That is going to be a 16-yard hit by Pioneer. As Rollins brings it out. All the way up the near sideline and out. Ball on the near sideline. Scoreless so far. That ball brought back, tipped by Jones. They're going to bring it over as Murphy has it. Murphy brings that for Nichols. Murphy trying to feed it through traffic. Solden has it. Solden pops it down the near sideline, but that sent ahead. Now McGowan trying to poke that away. Back there battling was Rasigliano. All the way back, here comes Hoden on the edge of the shooter circle. Hoden trying to get a shot away, and that will come out. 16-yard hit for Nichols. It's Basic. Basak has it there. Sent Rollins, stopping it on the near sideline. Rollins moves it back over. Jimenez sweeps it right to midfield. Picked up there. Coming ahead with it is Brady. Brady trying to move it over to Grabowski. Grabowski back to Brady, just shy of midfield. Now over on the far wing. Here comes Sutton. Sutton ends up down on the pitch. That'll be a restart. He's moving it back. Piekert trying to get ahead. Grabowski back over to Sutton. Sutton coming down that far sideline. Another whistle, another restart for Pioneer, trying to keep pressure on in the offensive zone. Grabowski battling. That's poked away by Nichols. That's grabbed by Palat. Palat gets it right to midfield. Picked up there by Pioneers. Brady trying to move it over to Sutton. Sutton out the far sideline. Piekert has it there. Piekert on the far sideline. Restart for Pioneer. Piekert gets it ahead. Here comes Jones. Jones racing down with it. Jones trying to put it, and that goes out the end line. That is going to go right over, as Nichols will have that. 8:18 left to go here in the first. That'll come out to the 16 for Nichols to start there. All the way back down as Burke has it. Burke trying to move over, stolen away by Grabowski. Grabowski moves it on that far sideline. Sutton trying to move it ahead. That's going to be, come on, Pioneer sends it down. Jones trying to get it. That went out the far sideline. That's going to stay Pioneer ball, as Jones will roll it back to Sutton. Sutton. As Burke in front of her, Sutton moves it all the way back, grabbed by Piekert. Piekert trying to get it through traffic over to Grabowski. Grabowski sweeps it ahead. Grab, trying to turn on it over there. Shot by Solden, knocked away. Good keeping back there. It's the ball over on the far side of the shooter's circle, trying to pull it in. Pioneer trying to get into that shooter's circle. Solden trying to get to it. And Grabowski as well, but that comes back out. As here comes Nichols racing down the far sideline. That goes out of bounds quickly. Jones trying to get the quick restart. That ball intercepted. Racing ahead with it. Played down as Basak had it. All the way back over. Prince has it down on the near wing. Prince Battle back there with McGowan. Prince up the near sideline, just over midfield. Gets that over. DeGiulio. And put it right towards the middle. That's going to be a whistle, and that is going to be Pioneer on the restart. Back over to Brady. Brady sweeps it all the way back over to Peeker. Peeker coming up the far wing. Peeker puts it on that far sideline. It's coming ahead. Here comes Jones. Jones racing down the far wing. Jones trying to fire it all the way back down. Trying to keep it in was Boardman. It goes out the far sideline. 6:14 left to go here. The scoreless game so far. Pioneer versus Buffalo. Team Nichols School. And they have played a couple games, 1-2 versus very good opponents. Ball on the far sideline, Pioneer. Moves that, Grabowski gets it over. Racing down, Jones. Jones on that far wing. Hoden with it. Hoden trying to get past traffic, back over to Grabowski. Grabowski. Whistle, and that is going to go back over quickly. Nichols restarting. Nichols trying to get it over to Burke. Stolen away. Excellent work by Jimenez. Jimenez gets it over. Brady over onto the near wing. Here comes McGowan. McGowan trying to feed it past traffic. That knocked down and sent ahead by Rosigliano. Back over to Pioneer. Solden trying to get it into the shooter's circle. Whistle there. Solden will restart, going over to the far wing. Solden makes a good move, gets into the top of the shooter's circle before she's dispossessed, but gets it back. Solden with a shot and a score! Pioneer puts it in. Solden with the score at 5:04.
Pioneer goal!
So Solden starts off the scoring. Battle there. She got the ball back a couple times before a beautiful shot from the top of the shooter's circle that found its way back. Pioneer takes the early 1-0 lead. Nichols bringing it up the near wing, trying to knock it away was McGowan. Still with it, coming ahead with it is Basek. Basek sends it across into the shooter's circle. As DeGiulio had it, here comes Pioneer the other direction. As Brady trying to sweep it ahead, stolen away as Park gets in front, knocks it out. That will go out the end line. That is going to be Nichols' ball. Kushner has it. Now they'll bring that back out. Right around the 25. Murphy with it on the far side. Murphy sends it back. Now Murphy gets it back. Stolen away. Battle for it as Young was over there. That is going to be Murphy has it. Oh. Perfect. Hope I got that in. So it's like Prince is 19 and Burke is 18. So I'll do my best to get those. Thank you very, very much for help. John let me know some roster changes there. I'm super grateful. 3:26 left to go. 1-0. Pioneer with the lead. Murphy has it. Murphy trying to bring it down that far wing. Murphy stops. Murphy still in the far corner. Solden trying to steal that away, but a whistle. Restart by Nichols. Murphy trying across. It's going to be a whistle and come out to the 16. Quick sweep by Jimenez, and that just out the far sideline. As Palat will start on that far sideline. She'll get a ball inside the attacking zone. Palat. Got by Peekert. Peekert over to Solden. Solden has that knocked away. Burke with it. Now poked back. Basic back there. Brady moves it ahead, coming down. Here comes Hoden trying to get back over to Solden. Now that knocked down. Jones trying to pull that away. Palat moves it ahead. Grab there, coming down. Nichols with it into the far corner. Kushner has it. Kushner looking for a cross. That knocked away. Good defense back there. I believe that was Piekert with it. Ahead over to Lamb now that restarted. That ball will get moved back over and
Now in for Ann Arbor, number 7.
hold back.
Maggie
Pioneer will start in their own defensive end. It's Piekert. Over to Jones. Jones up the far sideline. Jones has that poked away. To Julio. Now Murphy has it. Murphy coming up the center of the pitch. Murphy racing ahead with it. Murphy trying to get around. Puts it over onto the near wing. And chipped. Trying to come back to it as Kessler had it. Here comes Rollins. Rollins up the near sideline. Rollins bringing it ahead. Rollins trying to get past traffic. Rollins still with it. Rollins trying to use that body. Brings it back up the pitch. Gets it back over to McGowan. McGowan sweeping it all the way back. Grabbing it. Grabowski. Grabowski brings it up the middle of the pitch. Now trying to feed it over. Grabbed by Boardman. But that's going to go over as Young will get things back going for Nichols. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. 35 seconds left to go here in the first. Pull back. Now Piekert gets it all the way down as that's going to go into the far corner. Controlled there as Boardman trying to get it away, but Young has it on that far sideline. Lifted up high in the air. That's going to go out the far sideline. Jones will restart there for Pioneer. Jones over to Solden. Solden into the shooter's circle. Lamb trying to get a stick on it, but back over onto the far side. Solden fires, and that goes out just to the far side of the goal. And that will do it for the first. At the end of the first, it is Pioneer 1 and Nichols 0.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As we are heading into the second quarter here. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Solden to start off with the center hit. Right at the blockades. So here we go, Pioneer coming from the good fans here. on a gorgeous day here at Hallway Field. You can see the nice, peaceful big house over to the left where Michigan fans are not too happy with yesterday's result. Back over Grabowski. How's Grabowski? All the way over to Sutton. Sutton trying to move it up the far sideline. That tipped and out. Palat will have it there. Palat lifts it up high. Jimenez has it on the edge of the shooter's circle, trying to move it over to that far side. Sutton moves it ahead. Jones chasing it down here. Here comes Solden. Solden hits it over midfield, but that goes out. The sideline that will be. Moving it back. Pioneer will restart it. Sutton will have it just over midfield. Sutton. Moving it all the way back. Jimenez with it. Jimenez over to Rollins. Rollins on the near wing. Rollins feeding it ahead. Grab now. McGowan trying to set it up. Stolen away as Brady was trying to get to it. Brought back. Grabowski gets it right back. Taking it away from Murphy. That tipped and right out. The near sideline just tipped off of Lamb's stick as she was trying to move it ahead. Basic. Basak with it on the near sideline. Basak lifts it high. Knocked down as DeJulio had it. Now here comes Pioneer and just slipping past it out the near sideline. It's Bonenberger deep on that far side for Pioneer. Coming over, grabbing it. Here comes Brady, stolen away, coming the other direction with it is Burke. Burke trying to get around, poked down. Jimenez with a great job. Over to McGowan. McGowan. Here comes Grabowski. Grabowski up the near wing. And ahead over to Solden. Solden down the near side of the pitch. Solden trying to get it past. She was trying to get past Basak. That's going to be a whistle. Pioneer restart. Grabowski with it just outside the shooter's circle over on the near side of the field. Now sent back ahead by McGowan. Grabowski trying to get across. Coming in. Lamb. The shot and a whistle. That's going to be a corner for Pioneer. 12:36 left to go here in the second. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Grabowski ready to inbound the ball on the near side of the goal once Nichols is ready. 12:18 left to go here before halftime. Out top of the shooter's circle. Solden with it. Solden trying to make her way through traffic. Solden fires that down. Is trying to pull that away. Another shot. Knocked down, and that is going to be a corner. As Newman able to get down as she went down to the pitch to block that. And Pioneer couldn't get it past all the traffic, but they do earn themselves a corner. Grabowski again, ready to put the ball in play from the near side of the goal. Grabowski moves it. Top of the shooter's circle. Solden moves it over to the far wing. I believe that was Brady with a shot, and then right out in front. It's that Sutton who tipped it right out in front. As Brady fed it over, and then that just went out the end line back out for a 16-yard hit for Nichols. Basak with it. Basak moving it back over to that far wing. Trying to pull it away is Jones. Jones trying to poke it away from Young. That is going to be a restart for Pioneer. So Sutton. Back over to Solden. Jones trying to get a shot there, but that's going to go over as it's going to go right over to Nichols. Nichols will have it at the 16. Nichols racing up, and good job by Rollins to steal it away. Brady trying to sweep it through traffic. Poking it. Jones with it. Jones. That comes all the way over onto the far sideline. Here comes Nichols as Palat had it. Palat will restart right in front of her own bench. Solden marking her. Back over Grabowski. Grabowski over moved. Here comes Lamb. Lamb trying to spin with it and get it in. That poked away as Basak has it on the far side. Ripped all the way towards midfield, and that will go down and out. The far sideline right in front of the Pioneer bench. Bonenberger with it there. Bonenberger will grab it on that far sideline to get it back in play. Bonenberger sweeps it back over. That moved and grabbed by Jimenez. Jimenez gets it away from a charging Nichols player. Here comes McGowan. McGowan ahead to Grabowski. That's stolen away by Murphy the other direction. Murphy passes it over as here comes DiGiulio. DiGiulio all the way into the near corner. Prince trying to get to it. And we'll go out the near sideline and come out to the 16 for Pioneer. Rollins over to Grabowski. Grabowski pressure right on top of her. DiGiulio sends it, and that will go out the end line. Right back over to Pioneer. 8:53 left to go here before halftime. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Rollins brings it back out to get things started for Pioneer over here on the near side of the field. Rollins ahead. Tipped by Grabowski, pulled away the other direction. DiGiulio with it. DiGiulio over to Murphy. Good job by Jimenez to knock it down. Coming ahead with it is Lamb. Lamb trying to get through traffic. And back over to Solden. Solden. Now over to Grabowski on the near side of the field. Grabowski up the near sideline. Grabowski trying to feed it as Lamb racing and just out of her reach. Goes out the near sideline. Resigliano rolls it back. That's going to be Basak with it on the near sideline. Basak gets things started off 8 minutes before halftime. Murphy with it there. Murphy trying to get it past. Knocked away by Grabowski, but out the near sideline. Murphy looks up the field. Murphy lifts it high. Maya Hammerman in for Pioneer. Rollins with a good job trying to keep it away from Prince. But a whistle. That is going to stay Pioneer ball. Rollins with the restart.
Now in for Nichols, number 4, Mia Kessler.
As Kessler now in for Nichols. Rollins, good work against Prince. Now coming up, here comes McGowan. McGowan over to Lamb. Lamb is trying to hold that in, and it just popped, and that's going to be a restart here by Rosigliano. And DiGiulio will move it back, and Basak has it. Basak on the near side of the field. Basak lifts the ball up high. Played down there. Big swing. DiGiulio comes down the near side. DiGiulio trying to work her way into the shooter's circle. As sticks get tangled, that will come out. Jimenez, exceedingly solid on defense all season long. Poked away by Lamb. Lamb coming down the near side, but a whistle, and that will go right back. As Basak will have it for Nichols. 6:33 left to go here before halftime. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Nichols trying to get the game level. Moved ahead, knocked down. Good job to put it over by Brady, but that will be a restart by Nichols. Basak will have it. She'll try and feed it past traffic now. DiGiulio gets it into the shooter's circle. Rollins runs across and knocks it away. Ball over on that far wing. Kessler trying to get to it. That brought back. Bonenberger feeds it ahead, and a whistle. Pioneer will restart. Bonenberger will move it back on that far wing. Bonenberger gets it over to Brady. Brady. That chipped and popped right back over. Kessler was going to get that, but that's back over to Pioneer on that far sideline. Now back. That into the shooter's circle. Coming over off the side of the goal. As stealing that away, I believe was McKellar, and just couldn't angle it in. Now down up on the near side. Here comes Grabowski. Grabowski Trying to get through traffic. Grabowski battling back over there. Gets it past Giulio. Now working against Rosigliano. It's Grabowski with the big battle there. Back over is Lena Hammerman. Gets it back to Grabowski on this near sideline. Grabowski. Quick swept over. Lamb trying to get to it. Racing back. Rosigliano. Now roll out to the 16 for a 16-yard hit. Basak with it there. 4:43 left to go. Here before halftime. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Basak. High up in the air. Rollins playing a down whistle. Pioneer with the restart. Murphy right in front of Rollins. Rollins trying to get it through traffic over to Grabowski. Grabowski back into the near corner. Lamb with the cross. That knocked down by Basak. Lamb restarts into the shooter circle. Lamb, the shot that went right off of Rosigliano. That comes back out to the 16. No, out to the 25, excuse me. Oh, that will be a 16-yard hit. Over and trying to keep it in was Rosigliano, and it just went out the near sideline. Lena Hammerman will have it there. Lena Hammerman over to Grabowski. Grabowski back to Solden. Solden on the goal line. Solden battling Basak there. Whistle. Solden with the restart, and
Corner for Pioneer.
Pioneer earns a corner. 3:37 left to go before halftime. 1-0 Pioneer with the lead. Grabowski will have the insert on the near side of the goal. Grabowski over to Brady. Brady with a shot. That knocked away. Played down. There's Solden with a shot and a goal. Solden gets the rebound and fires it in for a second goal of the game at 3:06 in the second.
Lily Solden gets Pioneer's second goal and her second.
It was a good shot by Brady. Wonderful save by Newman, but came right out to Solden, who made a no-doubt shot. Prince gets the center hit going. Murphy back with it. Solden chasing Murphy. Now that comes back onto the defensive side. Onto the near wing. Lamb knocking it down. Lamb trying to get past Rosigliano. Here comes Solden into the shooter circle. Solden down the end line. Solden trying to get in. Shot, and it's a hat trick for Solden. Beautiful job and a little spin move to put it in. And Pioneer up 3-0. Lamb with the assist. The last home game, Solden had a hat trick as well, so she is really feeling it now. Prince again sends it back over. Knocked down by Solden. Solden trying to move it ahead. Trying to pop it back as Maya Hammerman trying to pull it away. That's going to go right back to Nichols. Grabowski steals away right at midfield. Prince trying to get that back. Now Maya Hammerman runs down, but that goes out the far sideline. 2:13 left to go. Looks like Kolb in for Pioneer.
Substitution for the Pioneers. Number 11, Megan Cole.
All the way back, grabbed by Jimenez. Jimenez on the defensive side. Jimenez over to Bonenberger. Bonenberger up that far sideline as Sutton had it, but that went out the far sideline. Palat trying to put it down. Knocked down by Pioneer up the far wing. Coming ahead with it is Kolb on that far sideline. That's going to go right over to Palat. Palat has that knocked down, but that's going to be another restart, I believe. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go before halftime. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Palat trying to get it towards the center of the field. Now grabbed, racing ahead with it. Down that far wing is McCallum. McCallum into the far corner, and that goes out the end line. Pioneer takes it back out to 16. Trying to get their next attack going. Jimenez over on the far wing. Sutton brings it ahead. Sutton right on that far sideline. Young with it. Grabowski trying to pull it away, but Young will restart. Now over to Basak. Basak onto the near side. Rollins will let that drift right out the near sideline. That's going to be Pioneer ball with 38 seconds left to go here in the before halftime. Rollins looks up the field. Rollins sweeps it. That knocked right back the other direction, but picked up as Lena Hammerman trying to get it through traffic. Now it was grabbed by DiGiulio. But Rollins will restart again. 14 seconds left to go before halftime. Rollins over to Grabowski. Grabowski right at midfield. Grabowski comes up the near side of the field. Grabowski right on the near sideline over to Lamb. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That will do it, and at halftime, it is 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. We'll play a few messages from the MHSAA, and we will be right back with your second half action.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports.
I'm getting a little issue with our machine. I might have to replace this laptop. I'm going to see if I can restart that and get that back going. But give me just one moment as I try and make that happen. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here, as Pioneer has the 3-0 lead over Nichols, who has thus far won both of their other 2 games here in the state of Michigan. They are from the Buffalo area. So see their fans wearing a lot of Bills gear. I'm sure they're excited to get the season off started. The Lions fans are all excited to have a Sunday night game, and keep our fingers crossed that things will go well there. It is Ann Arbor Community Rec and Ed over on the upper field with field hockey. Love to see the young people learning the game. Again, great crowd here. Temperature has risen to 61 degrees. It's supposed to be a high of 70 today. Going to get back in the 80s a little bit later this week. Now, big game tomorrow with Pioneer Field Hockey Skyline, as it's a rematch of the state championship game from last year. Pioneer versus Skyline. That'll be tomorrow. CTN will have the broadcast as well, although they don't typically do it live. That'll be available on the next day, so Tuesday morning, CTN will have that out there. We'll have a video-only broadcast on Tuesday of the Pioneer Soccer, and I believe we'll also have our first Michigan women's hockey coaches show on Tuesday as well. At least that's the plan. We'll see. Have to verify everything, but excited to get those going. It's a very, very busy week around here, and we're excited to do our small part to try and promote it. We thank all of you for watching wherever you are cheering from. By the way, we did get a message from a Dave Smith, and when we just got it, just said it just had the letter T. So if you need anything, Dave, fire us off a message back, and we'll do our best to answer that. Although it's hard, I sometimes miss those as we're trying to do the play-by-play and handle everything else out there. So that can sometimes be difficult, but I'll do my best to keep an eye out there. You can, by the way, if you do want to shoot us an email, it's arborbroadcasting@gmail.com. And let's see if I can get these PSAs working again.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
It is a sunny day with just a few wispy clouds in the sky, but otherwise a beautiful fall day here in Michigan. We appreciate you joining us wherever you are at and whomever you are cheering on. We're very grateful for your support of all these wonderful, amazing athletes. It is our privilege to do so.
We just received word that in the Pioneer there's a goalie switch. Number 44, Bridget Schaefer is now.
So Schaefer is in at goalie for Park. So Schaefer hops between the pipes there, and she'll get an opportunity. Murphy ready to get things back going here with the center hit for Nichols. Here we go, Pioneer chant getting going. DeJulio trying to move it past right up the center. Coming down the far side, McKellar trying to get it into the shooting circle. Rollins right there, and that poked out the end line. That comes back out for a 16-yard hit for Pioneer. Or no, excuse me, that's going to go back out to Nichols. DeJulio races ahead down that far wing, knocked down back there as that was Seichman who tried to grab that. Back over, knocked down as Basak had it. Here comes Pioneer trying to get through traffic as that's moved ahead by Sutton. Now Schultz trying to get that away from Palat. Back over to Sutton. Sutton up the near sideline. Back over to Schultz, now knocked away, racing the other direction. Here comes Basak. Basak over. DeJulio trying to work her way and weave to the shooter circle. DeJulio over to McKellar. McKellar, that goes right out the end line. That was Burke over there. That ball right back and along. Going to bring that ahead is Peters. Play down, DeJulio has it. DeJulio spins, DeJulio into the shooter's circle. Shot kicked away! Excellent work out there by Schaefer. And we'll come back all the way out. That comes out for a 16-yard hit. Jimenez over in the near corner. Peters trying to move it up the near side of the pitch. Knocked down. Young has it. Young feeds it towards center. DeJulio with it. DeJulio all the way over. Prince trying to get to it, but just out of her reach. That goes out the far sideline. 12:24 left to go here in the third As Bonenberger over, Grabowski has it. That poked out the far sideline right in front of the Nichols bench. Murphy trying to blast it all the way down into the far corner. As McKellar has that knocked down by Rollins. Rollins gonna have her move that over, and Bonenberger will get things restarted for Pioneer. Bonenberger back to Rollins. Rollins trying to avoid pressure. Now Jimenez again, a good job, but that is going to be a penalty, and that is going to be a corner. Looked like it was possibly a slash there. So corner opportunity here for Nichols. 11:50 left to go here in the third. A lot. Put it inbound on the insert on the near side of the goal. A lot. Moves it, top of the shooter's circle, stop there. DiGiulio firing it. And just went just outside of that near post. So close opportunity there. Ball back in Jimenez at the 16. Jimenez over to Peters. Peters up the near side of the field. Peters. Big battle there trying to get it away from Burke. Peters moves it ahead as DiGiulio with it. DiGiulio racing towards center. DiGiulio trying to get into the shooter's circle. DiGiulio coming down. Spins. Shot. Jimenez gets it, and then that will be brought out again. Pioneer with the 16-yard hit. 10:39 left to go here in the third. Pioneer, quick fast break, racing ahead with it. Here comes Pioneer as Kolb has it. Kolb trying to sneak it past. That kicked away. Kolb back with it with the shot, but that knocked down as good defensive play by Resigliano. All the way back, Jimenez back on her own defensive side. Jimenez trying to avoid pressure fried Burke. Now back over McKellar. Over to the far side to Murphy. Murphy trying to move it through. Poked away by Jimenez again. Back. Jimenez trying to get it away from Murphy. Jimenez and Murphy in an epic battle there. Jimenez will drop it down and get the restart. Over up the far side to Grabowski. Grabowski trying to get past Prince. Moves it back. Now Grabowski. And all the way down on the far sideline. So that's out, and Basek with it there. Basek. High up in the air. Knocked down there by McKellar. Now picked up. Moving it over to Sutton. Sutton makes a good move. Comes over midfield. Sutton over to Brady. Brady. And over now, grabbing it. Sykman. Trying to get it away. And grabbed by Resigliano. Resigliano right on that far sideline. Here's a whistle as we're under 9 minutes to go here in the third. Nichols will start back on their own defensive end. Resigliano with it. Resigliano pokes it over to Basek. Basek trying to move it into the midfield area. McKellar had it. McKellar will restart again right in front of the Pioneer bench. McKellar trying to lift it ahead. That knocked down by Pioneer, but now poked away. Rollins trying to get it away from Prince. Prince moves it ahead for Murphy. Murphy racing down that far sideline. Murphy looking for a cross. Whistle there. Murphy with the restart. Murphy gets it into the edge of the shooter's circle. Jimenez right there to pull it away. Jimenez now feeds it down over to Grabowski up that far sideline. Grabowski pops that, goes out the far sideline. I believe that should be Pioneer on the restart. It is. Grabowski, double whistle there. 8:05 left to go here in the third. 3-0, Pioneer with the lead here on a really good Nichols team from the Buffalo area. We appreciate them coming and making a swing into Michigan. Always good to play new good teams. Jimenez pulls it down now. Oh, just trying to get to it, and Peters had it just hop over his stick. Palat now on the near sideline. Palat Grabbed, and DeGiulio ends up down on the pitch. She'll pop up, grab her stick. She looks like she's all right. She'll restart there. DeGiulio looks to her left. Now that's sent in, trying to get it. Basak put it in. There's a shot. And that was Murphy, who just missed the far post. 7:09 left to go here in the third. 3-0 Pioneer with the lead. Jimenez moves it over on the far side of the field. Here comes Grabowski, but a whistle. Now Prince will restart for Nichols. Prince into the offensive zone. Prince trying to move it ahead. And pulled back by, I believe that's McKellar. Now Rollins has it. Rollins trying to move it away. That is going to turn into a corner for Nichols. Pioneer getting the protective gear on. Palat now to put the ball inbound.
Once again will inbound.
Palat out to the top of the shooter's circle. DeGiulio over to Murphy. And that goes in. Murphy fires it in here in the third at 6:09. Nichols' goal. Pioneer starts things off with center hit is Kolb. It's it that moved over. Bringing ahead is Solden. Solden up the near sideline. That goes out. Palat. Now for Nichols. Palat. As that goes right off of Schultz.
Murphy.
Now Solden trying to move it ahead. Young had it stopped there, but that's going to go back to Solden. Solden. Ahead, Brady popped up high. Now Schultz couldn't quite keep it in bounds. That goes out the end line. That will come out. Nichols will have it. Should come out for a 16-yard hit. Now that lifted high over by Basak. Come back over as Solden will have it. She'll bring it back in the midfield area. Solden coming down the near wing. Solden now in along the near sideline. Schultz trying to get to it, but just couldn't corral it before it went out the near sideline. 5 minutes left to go here in the third. 3-1. Pioneer with the lead. Nichols with the last goal. Palat on the near sideline. Palat trying to sneak it through traffic. That comes all the way back. Murphy, the last goal scorer, with it. And to poke it away from Rollins. Now coming ahead with it. DeGiulio racing down the far hash marks. DeGiulio fires it all the way down. Bonenberger racing back. Now, and pulled back over. McKellar had it, swept ahead. Here comes Grabowski up the far sideline. Grabowski rockets it. Grab there, Kolb with it. And that's sent ahead, Basak. Back over, now Brady will move it over to Grabowski. Pioneer will restart there. 4:11 left to go. Here in the third, 3-1, Pioneer with the lead, trying to keep the ball on that far sideline, but that's going to be Basak to start back off for Nichols. Basak looks up the field, trying to lift it, and
number 19, Galban.
Galban comes in for Pioneer. That ball down is Rosigliano on the far sideline, trying to get it over to Palat. That knocked away. Is that over? Hayes had it. Ice, okay. Back. Now that fed down, trying a centering attempt by Galban. Into the shooter's circle. Heiss with it. Heiss right out in front. Battle with it. That ball out, and that will be a corner.
Pioneer earns a corner.
2:57 left to go here in the third. 3-1. Pioneer.
Now in for the Vikings.
So that's going to be Heiss on the inbound. As the officials come over to talk things over. I always love if there's any sort of confusion. The officials get together, talk about it, figure out what's going on. Not an easy job. If you ever think that you can do better, don't holler at the officials. Just reach out to the MHSAA or your local coach. We cannot have the games we love without the officials. So no corner. That's going to be a penalty stroke. So it looks like it's a Solden getting ready for the penalty stroke. Newman, the lone nickel player. And Solden's going to walk out and make sure and mark where the ball goes. It's just going to be on the edge of the joyous thing of having lots of games played here is we have a ton of marking on the field. Solden ready for the penalty stroke. Waiting for the whistle. There it is! And in! Solden with the goal. That is her fourth goal of the game. It comes at 2:39. As it has been the Solden show on offense. 4-1 Pioneer with the lead with 2:39 left to go here in the third. Pioneer with a fantastic showing versus a high-quality out-of-town opponent. We'll try and keep it going the rest of the third and fourth quarters. Murphy ready for the center hit. Murphy. Back to Julio. Moves it over onto the far side of the pitch. Prince with it there. Prince trying to get past Galban. Galban trying to poke that away. That goes out the far sideline. Prince will restart there right in front of her own bench. Prince looks to her left. Now that ahead. Trying to move it ahead is Basak. And again out the far sideline. It's going to stay. Nichols' ball is Basak with it there. Basak trying to lift it up high. And over as trying to bring it in. McKellar will restart. McKellar now rolls it back over. Dargulio with it over on that far wing. Dargulio in the offensive zone. Dargulio trying to get around Rollins. Dargulio down on that goal line. Through. Rollins knocks it down. Rollins on that far corner trying to get it around McKellar. It's going to be a restart for Rollins. Rollins over on that far side. Over to Brady. Brady ahead over to Galban. Galban trying to get herself past Resigliano. And that right back over to Nichols. All the way down into the far corner. Jimenez trying to slow it up. And good job to knock it away by Schaefer. Schaefer kicks it away. 50 seconds left to go here in the third. 4-1, Pioneer with the lead. Jimenez battling back there and earns Pioneer a 16-yard hit. All the way back over down the far sideline. As Galban gets it back. Back to Galban. Galban. Over now, Basak with it. That goes out the far sideline. That will be Pioneer ball again. 19 seconds left to go here in the third. 4-1 Pioneer with the lead. In one moment as we kill a Hornet in here. They should be over at Celine, not here, but that's okay. Knocked down the far sideline, and that will do it for the third. And the end of the third, it's 4-1. Pioneer with the lead. We'll step away for a few more messages from the MHSAA.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are into the fourth. Again, big game tomorrow. Pioneer versus Skyline State, the final rematch. Pioneer came ahead in that one to win the state title last year. Skyline will hope to get a little revenge at Hallway Field. That's a 6 o'clock game tomorrow. We plan on being here, so if you can't make it, tune in. CTN, again, will have a broadcast as well. It just won't typically be live. That broadcast for CTN will be up on their YouTube channel the next day, so Tuesday. So if you can make it down tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Pioneer, Skyline, another a wonderful field hockey matchup. Nichols getting ready for the center hit. Kessler comes in running on. Murphy gets things going. Back to Julio. Back trying to get to Murphy, stolen away, coming ahead with it. Solden puts it over on the far wing. Heiss trying to move it ahead over to Boardman. That popped back as Resigliano has it in the far sideline. And we'll go out there. Lena Hammerman has it. Lena Hammerman moves it back, is trying to pull that away.
In other substitutions,
Grabowski.
Zoe Shuckman, and number 25, Lily Boardman.
Boardman in for Pioneer. Grabowski over on that far sideline, over to Solden. Solden, 4 goals today, hat trick +1. That ball all the way back towards midfield. And moved over by Jimenez. Up the near wing, Peters gets it back over. Trying to pull that away is Maya Hammerman. Maya Hammerman battling on the near sideline with Palat. And it's going to be Palat on the restart for Nichols. Palat looks to her left, lifts that ball up high. Comes down, Grabowski trying to get it. Murphy has it towards the center of the field. Murphy feeds it ahead. At top of the shooter's circle, now comes over onto the near wing. Racing back over to get it. That's Maya Hammerman with it. Now Peters trying to feed it through traffic over to Solden. Solden up the near side. Shuckman trying to come up the near sideline. Young trying to steal that away from her. That's going to be a restart. Young on the restart for Nichols. Young makes sure she's set where the official wants. 13 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Trying to feed it to Murphy, pulled away by Jimenez. Jimenez trying to get it past Murphy ahead. Now Palat. Trying to bring it up the near sideline. Shuckman trying to get to that, but Young with the restart for Nichols. Young back over, pulled as Basak over to DiGiulio. DiGiulio ahead, coming down the near wing. Stopping, trying to move it over is Murphy out in front. I believe that was Kushner with it, and that is going to be Pioneer. As Bonenberger with a fantastic defensive job. All the way over, swept ahead. Right at midfield is Sutton trying to pull it off of the far sideline. Now Solden with it. Solden trying to head towards the center of the field. Solden rifles it forward, but that's stolen away up the other direction. I believe that was Nolan. Back down, Peters trying to get it away from Kessler. That is going to be Pioneer with the ball. 11:55 left to go here in the fourth. 4-1 Pioneer with the lead. Grabowski hits it right over, grabbed by Shuckman. Shuckman trying to get it past Young. And it's going to be Pioneer's ball, is bringing it past Maya Hammerman. Maya Hammerman over to Solden. Solden trying to get it back. Solden rolls it over onto the far side into the shooter's circle. Held there by Heiss. Heiss trying to get past Young. Back over to knock it down. Now grab, Basek puts it up on that far sideline. Prince with it there. Prince up the far sideline. All the way over midfield, racing back to get it is Jimenez. Jimenez back on their own defensive side. Jimenez trying to get it away from Kushner. That is going to be Pioneer's ball. Over on the far sideline, Bonenberger with it. Bonenberger sweeps it over to Grabowski. Grabowski up the far sideline, knocked down by Prince. Prince turns with it. Prince trying to get it into the far corner. Prince sweeps it towards the center of the field. That knocked down by Pioneer. Now ahead, all the way down, grabbed by Shuckman. Shuckman trying to get past Shuckman. Now we'll sweep it into the far corner. Heiss with it there. Heiss trying to come down the goal line. Heiss trying to get into the shooter's circle. Heiss battling a pair of Nichols players. As now Young trying to poke that back. Comes over on the far side of the shooter's circle. Whistle, and that's going to come back out. 10-10 left to go here in the fourth. 4-1 Pioneer with the lead. That ball all the way back. Now racing back to grab that. Pioneer knocked down. Good play by Nichols as Murphy trying to move it over. But that will go out the end line. I think they pointed like it was. That's going to be Nichols' ball. Pioneer touched it last. So that's going to come out to the 25. There we go. DiGiulio has it on the far wing. DiGiulio rockets it down. Jimenez will let that go out the end line. Trying to get it over to Prince there. Both Prince and Kushner was running down. And good job back there on the defense by Pioneer, but that will come right back out. And back out to the 25. Nichols will try it again. 9:03 left to go here in the fourth. Ball back. DiGiulio coming down outside the numbers on the far wing. Tipped and Lena Hammerman at it. That's going to go out. Off a Pioneer. That ball coming back over on the far wing. Now, trying to grab it, Boardman. Boardman gets her stick in there. Prince with it. Now there's a whistle. That's going to go Pioneer's way. Bonenberger will bring it out for the 16-yard hit. Bonenberger looks to her right. 8:17 left to go here in the fourth. 4-1 Pioneer with the lead here at Hallway Field. We are very, very grateful for you tuning in. And ball all the way brought down on the far sideline. As trying to move it over. I believe that was Boardman. Whistle Shuckman had it right on the goal line. It's going to get brought out as Basak will have it. Basak lifts the ball ahead. Here comes Nichols down that far wing. As Kushner with it. Kushner right up the far sideline trying to get it to Murphy. That tipped away by Jimenez. Murphy will restart on that far sideline. Murphy trying to feed it across. Good defensive play back there by Bonenberger. Over Lena Hammerman trying to stop it, but Prince has it. Prince trying to race down. Dispossessed by Lena Hammerman. Now coming ahead. I believe that's Boardman over there. Boardman sweeps it all the way down. Racing ahead with it, but Young trying to pull it away from Shuckman. Young knocks her right back towards the midfield area. Grabbed by Solden. Sold it. Top of the shooter's circle, trying to work her way past is Heiss. Whistle, and looks like we have a timeout called. Timeout at 6:53. Both the squads want to talk things over. Let's talk about the upcoming schedule for this Pioneer field hockey team. As we come ahead, again, tomorrow, 6 o'clock here at Hallway Field versus Skyline. They'll be on CTN. Then we will effort to do the Chelsea game on the 11th. I'll email the administration, the AD, right on Monday and see if they'll allow us. But at Chelsea on the 11th at 7 p.m. Then away. This is going to be on the 13th at 2:30. Unfortunately, I can't quite work early enough to do that game. But that's going to be at the Michigan Lacrosse Stadium. So if you haven't been there, or it's a great place to see a field, or not the lacrosse stadium, the field hockey stadium. Was that Ocker Field Hockey Stadium. So get out there. That's going to be on the 13th, 2:30. Then back at home versus Pinckney here at Hallway Field on the 16th at 7:15. So that's what's coming up. Pioneer at Skyline on the 25th of this month. That will be a 7 p.m. game. Then they're going to be out at the Husky Tournament on the 27th and 28th. That's going to be in Chicagoland area. So lots and lots of good action coming up. We'd love to see you here as often as possible at Hallway Field to cheer on your fantastic Pioneer field hockey team. Beautiful hawk just floating on the air currents to our right. Is kind of lazing about, watching the game with us. True bird's eye view there. And 6:53 left to go here in the fourth. See your little Zombie Nation playing from somewhere. Ball controlled by Nichols. Over to Young. Young up the far sideline. Young battling, or excuse me, that was Nolan. So Nolan will have that on that far sideline. Nolan with the restart. Pioneer trying to poke that away. Nolan again will get the restart. Boardman back there trying to steal it away from Nolan. And ahead, knockdown Pioneer races ahead with it as it was Sutton who sent it all the way down into the far corner. Controlled there, Lena Hammerman trying to move it over to Boardman. That comes back, sold in with it as that's pulled away as Palat raced in. But a whistle, and it's going to be Pioneer's ball. Moved back, Grabowski trying to get into the shooter's circle. Pulled back by Basak. Now that chipped away by Nolan. Murphy has it on the goal line. Murphy moves it all the way back out into the midfield area, but Pioneer trying to bring it right back in. DeGiulio moves it over onto that far sideline. As Bonenberger trying to pull it ahead. Bonenberger with the restart. Bonenberger back over to Grabowski. Trying to move it over to Maya Hammerman. Now here comes Nichols, knocked away by Jimenez. Jimenez right back to Grabowski. Now on that far wing. Trying to move it ahead to Solden. Solden. All the way down to Heiss. Heiss trying to get that as that will go out. The end line, 5:14 left to go here in the fourth. 4-1, Pioneer with the lead. Ball on the far sideline. Trying to move it ahead is Resigliano. Back, Grabowski right at midfield.
Number 11.
Kolb back in for Pioneer. As Murphy trying to get that, but Grabowski on the restart. Solden had it poked away by Murphy, but again, there'll be a restart by Pioneer. Grabowski back on the edge of the offensive zone. And moved over as Boardman has it. On the end line, Boardman over to Solden. Solden in the shooter circle. Trying to bring that away. DeGiulio. Cole back there. So Pioneer earns themselves a corner. 4:17 left to go here in the fourth. 4-1 is the score. Pioneer with the lead. Grabowski will serve that from the near side of the goal. Nichols players get all the protective gear on, get in the goal. Grabowski looks over. Sends it grab. Now Boardman over on the far wing. Shot there by Solden. Knocked down out in front. Trying to pull that away was Palat, and that is going to go out the far side. Under 4 minutes left to go. All set is Solden. Moves it over to Grabowski. Grabowski trying to get into the shooter circle. Nolan gets her stick in the way. Now Grabowski trying to get past Murphy. Murphy grabs that out, but a whistle, and that's going to go right back to Grabowski. Grabowski moves, trying to get into the shooter's circle, fires that away, and that goes wide to the near side by a couple feet. That'll come out to 16 for Nichols as 3 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here in the fourth. 4-1. Pioneer trying to keep this lead as Palat coming down the near sideline, trying to poke that away was Maya Hammerman as well as Boardman. That ahead, Burke for Nichols. The restart, gets it back over to Palat. Palat looks ahead. Palat tipped off of a player down, but that is going to be Nichols as Palat will again restart. She sweeps that ahead. Knocked down by Solden. Over to Grabowski. Grabowski trying to get to it before Burke can. Grabowski trying to feed it through traffic. That comes into the shooter's circle, but knocked right back out to Young. Young has it on the near wing. Young trying to move it ahead to Palat. Palat knocks it right down the near sideline, and that'll go out. 2:35 left to go here in the fourth. 4-1. Pioneer with the lead. Peters will get this ball back going. Pioneer trying to keep pressure. Ball back. Palat with it on the near sideline. She's been working hard all game long. Maya Hammerman trying to move it ahead. DeGiulio with a cross pass as that spun, trying to get it back to Hudson. Poked back. Now here comes Solden. Solden with all 4 Pioneer goals, including one on a penalty strike. As we're approaching the 2-minute mark, 4-1, Pioneer with the lead. Solden with it. Solden trying to get it into the shooter's circle. Ball comes over. Kolb trying to put it out in front. Pulled back. There's a shot that gets knocked down. Over onto the far side and goes out. Just wide to the goal on that far side. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go. Young trying to move it over. That pulled back, racing right back into the shooter circle. That's Boardman with it. Knocked down. Heiss had it. Comes right back out. Palat with it. Palat trying to keep it away from Maya Hammerman. Palat. Big swing and a miss there. Heiss moves it back. Now here comes Grabowski. Grabowski trying to get into the shooter's circle. 1 minute, 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Palat Big hit over to DiGiulio, taken away. Now here comes Solden. And into the shooter's circle as Boardman had it. That comes out for a 16-yard hit. Under a minute left to go here in the fourth. 4-1, Pioneer with the lead. All the way back on the Pioneer side of the 50. Battle there, trying to come in. Prince has it. Prince trying to get around Bonenberger. Bonenberger with great defense. Bonenberger with a beautiful job. Now Grabowski moves it over. Grabbed by Maya Hammerman. Maya Hammerman coming up the numbers on the near side. Over the middle, over the 50. Now racing ahead. Heiss with it. Heiss trying to come back. There's a whistle. Palat back as 28 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Here comes Peters. Peters right at midfield. Peters trying to get it past as that went off of Burke. Now Peters back over to Grabowski. 15 seconds left. All the way back over to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to avoid quick pressure back there. Jimenez battling. 8 seconds left to go. Restart for Pioneer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pioneer wins 4-1 as they hand Nichols their only loss on a 3-school Michigan run. As we hope all the Nichols team and parents have a safe trip back to the Buffalo area. We hope they have a fantastic rest of the season. We appreciate them coming here and playing Pioneer. Pioneer again will be live tomorrow versus Skyline, 6 o'clock here at Hallway Field. Thank you to everyone who watched. For my cameraman, James Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
In a couple days, so we appreciate coming and